Hey there, welcome back to The Fame, your go-to channel for all the latest celebrity news and juicy updates from your favorite reality stars. I'm your host, Emma, and boy do we have some major news and exclusive insights to share with you today. First up on our radar is none other than Lauren and Josiah Duggar, the couple who's always keeping us guessing with their decisions. You might know them from their appearances on TLC's Counting On. Well, folks, they've done it again. There have been ongoing discussions about their connection to the larger Duggar family, but their latest move has left fans scratching their heads. Yep, they've decided to build a mansion right next to Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. Can you believe it? Stick around because we've got all the details on what this could mean for the Duggar clan. But that's not all. We've got an exclusive peek into Jill's new book, where she gets deeply personal and controversial about her life. In this excerpt, she opens up about the aftermath of her son Samuel's birth and the complex dynamics within her family. Jill shares a raw and emotional moment, expressing the guardedness she felt about her son Samuel's birth story. She confided only in her closest circles about the rough experience and her doubts about future pregnancies. But her private conversation gets interrupted by none other than her father, Jim Bob, and his comment leaves her infuriated. We'll dive into this family drama and discuss Jill's feelings about her father's intrusion. And speaking of Jim Bob, we've got some serious tea for you. Fans have been buzzing about Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's biggest mistake. We'll break down the speculations and hear what the fans have to say about it. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Last but not least, we'll be talking about Josh Duggar's possible constitutional reason for appeal. You won't believe what's happening in his legal case, and we've got all the details you need to know. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and give us a thumbs up if you're as excited as we are to dive into these major news stories. Stay tuned for all the juicy updates, exclusive insights, and celebrity drama right here on The Fame. Let's get started. Lauren and Josiah Duggar, known for their appearances on TLC's Counting On, have raised eyebrows with their recent move. While there have been ongoing discussions about their connection to the larger Duggar family, their latest decision to build a mansion next to Jim Bob and Michelle has left fans scratching their heads. The couple had previously taken steps to distance themselves from the family, such as minimizing their presence on social media. However, they still attended family events like Christmas and received support from Jill Duggar during one of their childbirths, indicating some level of continued connection. What's particularly surprising is that Lauren and Josiah were the only ones who seemed to have their own space away from the Duggar compound, distancing themselves from Jim Bob and Michelle. So the question arises, why would they choose to move closer to the family? The move includes a 3-bedroom mansion, which seems disproportionate for a family with 3 kids and potentially more on the way. Some speculate that they might be planning a boys' room and girls' room setup. Lauren's age, just 24, also adds to the intrigue, as it feels like they've been married for much longer. Jim Bob reportedly gave them a piece of land, and Josiah built the house. It's worth noting that they had been renting a house since getting married, but this new home will be close to the Duggar compound, less than a mile from the famous Tin Mansion. Josiah, once seen as having potential before his time at Alert, returned, seemingly influenced by the family's strict beliefs. Fans had hoped he would break away, but it seems he remains committed to the Duggar way of life. As the Duggar family continues to grow and evolve, Lauren and Josiah's decision to build a mansion next to Jim Bob and Michelle's property leaves us with more questions than answers. We'll keep you updated as more details emerge on this intriguing development. Next, we delve into a deeply personal and controversial excerpt from Jill's new book, discussing the aftermath of her son Samuel's birth and the complex dynamics within her family. Jill shares a raw and emotional moment from her life, expressing the guardedness she felt about her son Samuel's birth story. She didn't want her child to become tabloid fodder, confiding only in her closest circles about the rough experience and her doubts about future pregnancies. However, her private conversation is interrupted by her father, Jim Bob, whose comment about not knowing for sure if she can have more children leaves her infuriated. Despite his intentions, Jill feels invaded and angered by his intrusion and lack of sensitivity. The excerpt has sparked a fiery discussion among readers and followers. Many are outraged by Jim Bob's disregard for his daughter's health and privacy, condemning his behavior as not just intrusive but reflective of deeper, more systemic issues within their family dynamics. Others express empathy for Jill, admiring her courage in breaking free from a toxic environment and setting boundaries with her parents. The debate also touches on the broader context of reproductive rights and personal autonomy, highlighting Jill's own evolving views and the complicated journey of deconstructing deep-seated beliefs. This story has ignited a robust conversation about family, autonomy, and the ongoing journey of personal growth. Jill's account is a stark reminder of the complexities that lie within familial relationships and the courage it takes to challenge and redefine them. In the wake of their eldest child Josh's conviction, former Counting On stars Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar have maintained a low online profile. Many speculate that they've chosen this path to avoid scrutiny surrounding their disgraced son. However, even in their absence from the public eye, the Duggar parents find themselves embroiled in controversy. Recently, discussions have emerged on Reddit, where fans are dissecting one of the most significant mistakes made by the Duggar for their daughters. The Duggar family patriarch Jim Bob has faced intense criticism for his unwavering support of Josh throughout his legal troubles. Reports suggest that he has funded Josh's defense efforts, including multiple unsuccessful appeals at a cost approaching $1 million. Despite these efforts, the courts have upheld Josh's conviction, and he is currently serving a prison sentence until 2032. On Reddit, passionate discussions have erupted, focusing on a major misstep made by Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, particularly concerning their daughters and the victims of Josh's actions. A Reddit user opined that the Duggars should never have revealed the traumatic events experienced by their daughters without their consent. The user expressed understanding for those who had endured similar nightmares and wished to keep their pasts private. Moreover, some fans expressed sorrow for the Duggar girls, who were unaware of the full extent of their victimization at such a young age. Instead of prioritizing their well-being, Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar continued to exploit their family for the sake of their reality television show. One commenter lamented, "What makes it even worse is that they didn't even understand fully that they had been abused when it came out." Another emphasized the importance of the girls having control over their own narratives, expressing outrage that they were thrust onto the public stage through right-wing television and compelled to discuss their traumatic experiences. Within the same Reddit thread, some users also discussed the moment when Jim Bob and Michelle attempted to downplay the severity of Josh's actions by making the victim speak in his defense. This tactic was seen as an additional layer of victimization for the Duggar girls. One person summed it up, saying, "The Duggar girls were victimized at least thrice, when it happened and when it came out, and when they were forced to relive it and make excuses for their abuser on television." Another commenter mentioned the Duggar girls appearing on Megyn Kelly's show, where they were seemingly made to defend their brother, adding fuel to the controversy. The Duggar family's past actions and choices continue to be a topic of scrutiny and discussion, even as they remain out of the public eye. The Duggar girls' experiences and the Duggar parents' handling of the situation remain contentious issues among fans and the wider public. Finally, we delve into Josh Duggar's ongoing legal battle and the potential constitutional reasons behind his appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. Josh Duggar, the TLC star, remains determined in his fight for a reduced prison sentence. In an unexpected turn, he has taken his case to the highest court in the land, the U.S. Supreme Court. Despite a previous appeal being dismissed by a judge in September, Josh is not giving up. He is currently serving a 12-and-a-half-year prison sentence after being convicted of child pornography charges in December 2021. Josh's legal team recently filed an appeal to the Supreme Court, citing an important question about a criminal defendant's constitutional right to present a complete defense, as per court documents. However, it's important to note that only a fraction of cases make it to the Supreme Court, leaving Josh's release date, currently set for October 2, 2023, hanging in the balance. Josh Duggar's appeal hinges on finding a constitutional reason that could sway the Supreme Court in his favor. To explore this, a Reddit user, Professional Piano 351, asked the community for insights into the constitutional basis of Josh's appeal. One user expressed skepticism, stating that the Supreme Court typically deals with more pressing legal matters. Another user doubted the likelihood of the Supreme Court accepting the case, considering their track record with weightier issues. Josh's appeal centers on his claim that he was denied the opportunity to present a complete defense, citing a violation of his Fifth Amendment rights. Notably, the court allowed Caleb Duggar to be chosen as a witness, but refrained from putting him on the stand due to his criminal history. What do you think is Josh Duggar's constitutional reason for appealing to the Supreme Court? Will his appeal even make it that far? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you for joining us today on The Fame, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest celebrity news and family dramas. Until next time, stay tuned for more exciting updates right here on The Fame.